What has the body of a hatchback, the engine of a compact car, and the ground clearance of a Jeep Cherokee? If you guessed the Subaru Justy, you'd be right. Kind of. But if you guessed the Impreza-based Subaru Crosstrek, well, you'd be spot on. But is this thing just an Impreza with a bunch of plastic bits bolted on? Well, that's what we're here to find out. Okay, so this Crosstrek isn't a serious off-roader and is probably better suited for family affairs than it is tackling trails, but it definitely looks like it can do both. The fender flares and body cladding, well, those are just for show, but the all-wheel drive, close to 9 inches of ground clearance, and respectable approach and departure angles, well, those are the real deal. It all brings a certain level of legitimacy to a factory Frankenstein of a car that should have no business tackling anything more than a gravel road. The Crosstrek comes alive out on the rough stuff and feels confident that it can tackle just about any terrain. The drivetrain is almost identical to the one found in the Impreza and features a 2-liter 4-cylinder engine mated to the choice of continuously variable or 5-speed manual transmissions. The naturally aspirated engine only makes 148 horsepower and 145 pound-feet of torque, but that's plenty for light trail duty. The locking center differential splits power evenly between the front and rear wheels, and the suspension has more than enough travel for any rock, rut, or root you find along the way. So where does it all go wrong? Get back out here on the asphalt, and the Crosstrek loses almost all its personality, transforming into a ho-hum compact that offers very little to get excited about. The engine feels underpowered, the clutch feels like it's a mile long, and the gear changes are finicky at best. It's also on the road where the lack of a 6th gear really hampers the Crosstrek, with the engine humming along at more than 3,000 RPM at highway speeds. If you turn down the stereo and listen close, you can hear the Crosstrek begging for a turbocharged engine and a 6-speed transmission. The Crosstrek's saving grace when it's back to civilization is its versatile interior. It's spacious and comfortable and can haul around just about anything you'd want. Because unlike the competition, which is mostly based on subcompact platforms, the Crosstrek's larger dimensions translate into more passenger and cargo room. The trunk is a good size, the rear seats fold nearly flat, and passenger room is impressive. Its 22.5 cubic feet of space with the rear seats up and 52 with them folded is closer to the larger Nissan Rogue than the Juke, and can easily haul around a young family. The cabin of this Crosstrek is a pretty no-frills affair until you step up to the top-of-the-line Limited, which adds leather seats and navigation, but there's still some value to be found. The cloth seats are comfortable and supportive, and Bluetooth connectivity, cruise control, and a backup camera are along for the ride on the entry-level trim and above. About the only soft spot inside is the infotainment system, which runs Subaru's Starlink interface. It's frustrating to use and has to be run through a companion app on your smartphone that is laggy and equally as baffling. My best advice is to stick to the stereo and nothing more. So is the Subaru Crosstrek just a dolled-up version of the Impreza? Not exactly, but it's also not all it could be. It's a blast to drive on the trail, but about as exciting as putting brown sugar on a bowl of oatmeal often, and could stand to benefit from a turbocharged engine and a 6-speed manual transmission. But it drives a hard bargain and has a leg up on the competition when it comes to versatility and off-road fun.